23, sorry, hours, because there's stupid authentication bullshit, which is why I use Twitch more, is complete bullshit. So and it really gives me no reason to actually use their services. So, I mean, I like using Mixer sometimes. It's a good, clean place. It's just that sometimes it's too clean. I think they're trying to I think they're trying to distinguish themselves from this place where I watched their video on I think it's Conduct on and I get why they want to be that way, because oh no, big bad Twitch plays. Twitch has problems, but at least the problems aren't so deep that it's okay. I think the only reason Ninja went over there is because Ninja didn't want to have to listen to fucking Twitch anymore, because Ninja's a pussy bitch. That's all Ninja is. Okay, I don't like Ninja. There's no way you can change my mind on that. Even if you were to give me $1 million and say, well, he's better than most streamers. No, he's not. I know a few littler streamers, and okay, she's not little, and she's not, like, at all. Her name is, I think her name is Cauliflower. That's what her name is. And I watch her, and she's really, really nice. I just wish that people just had better choices in streamers. Like me, sitting here. Ninja was like, the first stream he did, he was instantly famous. Because he was so good at fucking Fortnite. Like, oh my god. And then you saw him fall off being good at Fortnite. Okay. Now, as I was saying, there will be no Mixer today. Okay. What I'm saying here is that can I view all on one page? No. What I'm trying to say is okay. As I'm gonna see if my friend is up for streaming with me today. So we will see here in a minute. Okay, so my friend is busy today. So, what I'm tempted to do is play Xenoverse 2. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change this to Xenoverse 2. DBXV2. And then tomorrow she and me will stream, or actually she and I are recording tomorrow. She and I are recording. Okay, so Xenoverse 2. it will be Xenoverse 2 and Hunter Call of the Wild today, so probably won't play Xenoverse 2 very long. Hang on. I'll have to, there we go. So, what I'm really saying is that, bitch. What I'm really saying is that if the fact that when Mixer first came out, I was so excited. I was like, oh, cool.
Have you ever considered joining?
Okay. That's it. I'm gonna have to turn that off.
But we need your help. The only requirements are confidence in your capabilities.
Okay. What I'm really, in being honest, trying to say here is that when your company is at war with another one, you guys can at least act civil. You can tell your employees to act fucking civil. Okay, so these are my characters. She is the one of the ones I'm going to be playing today. So, okay, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Evolved. I am on one of my accounts close enough to getting that, but I can go level on that one after this. So, yep, this is Sandra. She's really actually named after one of my tias, so, or aunts. Sorry if you don't understand what that means. Oh shit, I might actually have to... because I have several stance mods, not stance. I have several move mods on here, like combo mods. Okay, you'll see in a minute. I have several mods on here that actually change it so that when you move and stuff, you attack and stuff. So I think those are clashing for this character, and yeah, I might end up having to turn this off, and then son of a bitch. I think I forgot to. Yeah, no. Yeah, this is a mix. Hang on, I have to go change my stuff. And there's no reason I should have Super Namekian on. There we go. Why? What's wrong?
What?
What's wrong?
I have to break that letter.
Yeah, and I'm streaming, so thanks for spreading the rest of that to the internet. Whatever.
Looks like you finally had enough. I should thank you.
People of Canton City, have you been to the Hero Coliseum yet? There you can enjoy explosive figure battles using the state-of-the-art battle simulator. You've got all kinds of hero figures at your disposal, and you can use and combine them in any way you see fit. The number of combinations is unreal. Mix and match figures to create your own ultimate team.
Hang on. I have to do two things here. So, I'm still gonna play, it's just that I have to do something with my mods. I have to do something with my mods, and then I have to change this. It'll take a minute or two for the XV2 thing to show up. So, we're gonna be waiting here for a bit. So, I will be right back. So I have some exciting news. Next month, I have decided to buy Okay, so what we are looking for is Sequando, because I think this and Sequando are clashing for um what is it? Um, so, okay, so, Scarlet Heat, Savage, Goku, which is actually quite a good Goku mod, Sinjaku, Soaring Fist, CAC, this is how many mods I have in here, so Super Vegeta. Okay, where the fuck is Sequando? Because I have Sequando for my Saiyan male. I have it for my Saiyan male, and my this is okay. So because I know I have Sequando for my Saiyan male. So, okay, so hmm. Hang on, guys. I mean, I can always live with how it is, and that's fine. That's not the point. Is it's just fucks me up. Um. See, okay, I'm gonna keep looking here, and I don't think that it's going to show up. So, you know, and I love the people who like to sass off to you when you know you have a better character than them. Whatever. You know what? Time to play.
Attention, all proud warriors. Have you ever considered joining Time Patrol? Being changed. Our duty is to protect.
Oh well. If that's how it's gonna be, it's fine. No, I am gonna take out my Time Breaker mask, so I'm gonna change into my normal clothes. I'm actually quite getting bored of this game already, which is bad, I know. So so we're gonna do this. So I'm gonna be playing Hunter Call of the Wild today. The whole time. After this. So if you do not like Hunter Call of the Wild, there's the door. But I would prefer if you guys did stay. Actually, I'm gonna go test out I'm gonna go test out a few characters. Here, on my normal character testing one, so I don't get why his stats are like that.
Let's work together. Krillin, Yamcha. I know. We're gonna show them what the martial artists of Earth can do.
I'll tell you one thing. There's nothing more reassuring than fighting alongside former rivals.
Get a hold of yourself. Treat your wounds later.
You train so much, still. Damn it!
Jutsu, I'm sorry. Tien, don't die! Tien!
Wow. Okay, I guess he can only go Super Saiyan.
Hello.
Shit! Did they really change that so that that does that? You're dead. He's human, so he has I wonder why Bardock wears a bandana.
Here I come! That was close.
You brat! What a bother!
I went through Mr. Piccolo's training. I won't lose that easily.
All right. Show me that hidden power of yours.
Sorry, Mr. Piccolo.
Gohan! You better prepare yourself!
Ah, so this is where the energy is coming from. I'm joining in. You look strong. I can't wait to go at it. You're pretty good. That was one heck of a move.
You got me good at that one. You fool! You let your guard down.
It was fun.
What? It's a monster! You reached a level any sane would dream of!
I need to get full friendship with him so I can get the evolved version of.
I'm about to start a special class. I hope to see you all there.
Fuck off, Krillin.
Greetings.
And then after this, you know what?
Yes.
Just use this one. By the way, a good way to power level in this game, if you have mods and your mods are like overpowered and stuff, is go. Oops.
Let's work together! Krillin! Yamcha! I know. We're gonna show 'em what the martial artists of Earth can do!
I'll tell you one thing. There's nothing more reassuring than fighting alongside former rivals.
I'm not going down. I'm used to this kind of pressure.
Krillin! Oh no! My bad feeling came true!
Pathetic. Are they strong? No. This just means I'm still weak. Jiaozu, I'm sorry.
Tien! Don't die! Tien! A lot better than I thought.
Yeah, the people who make these mods are ridiculous.
Hey there!
I I kind of wish the clothes in here were destructible. Like, you kept your stats, but...
Do this. Let's go. That was close. Mr. Piccolo.
Brat! What a bother. Looks like you can handle a lot. What's that? Where's that power coming from?
Ah, so this is where the energy is coming from. I'm joining in. All right,
Let's get this going. Are you okay, Piccolo?
It looks like this is the end for me.
You're pretty good. That was one heck of a move. Doesn't look like I should hold back here. Just pull your chest. Ouch! I didn't think you'd be this strong.
On you, that's fine. Payday2. Fuck. Okay, so I am changing soon to Hunter Powerful Hounds. So, this is your last call to ask me any questions. About how my characters are. I forgot to look at how much more I need. Ignore how the tail is. Doesn't bother me, it's not a problem. Really wish I could fix the tail. Oh, she's cute. Yes.
monster! You've reached a level any sane would dream of!
I'm sorry, dude, but because I have EAC in my thing, because to mod on PC you have to take the EAC out, the easy anti-cheat program out of your game. So, because they see mods as cheating because a few bad eggs fucked up the whole thing for everybody else, and Dibs is a piece of shit, so, and it's also really not like they can ban me from playing the game. I have it, I have it on, yeah, no, I can't help you, sorry. It's not anything against you, it's just, I can't help you because I cannot physically, in-game, do online matches and help friends. So, I'm not being mean, I'm not doing anything, I just can't help. Where are you going? Whatever. Oh. Okay, my game crashed. Okay, I'm gonna say this. That when you Okay. The thing is that one of these days the developers are gonna get pissed. Everybody is just always so mad at the devs of this game for doing their job. Really. Technically, it is their job just to release new content, and that's what they're doing, and if you don't like the fucking content, the door is, like, right where you came in. It's right behind you. I'm not saying people like Splinter, Zaggy, and all that, even Beard, should just walk away from the game because the game really made them. Like, they don't play any other game but this in Classic, and it's like... And it's like, I mean, how much can you bitch at a developer before they start saying, shut the fuck up, it's our goddamn game? Like, I mean, how hard is it just to accept the fact that they're gonna do what you don't want them to do because that's just how video game developers are. It's their job not to listen to you, technically. And technically, they could take the game away just as easy as they put it up there. Like, they can leave the people who have the people who have the copies with their copies and just not release any more content and basically tell you to go fucking shove it up your ass. I mean, they could always just do that. Like, I mean, it's not their job to make us happy. And I would love someone to argue with me and change my mind about that, because if you think they're really here for us, they're not here for us. Sorry, little boo, they're not here for us. They're here for those dollar bills or the dollary dues or whatever the fuck you want to call them. They're here for that. They're not here for you. They may love you guys, but at the end of the day, you're just Mr. Crab Bait. That's all you are, is money. Money, 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 money. That's all you are. And at a point, you gotta accept the fact that you are money. That you are basically just their money, and every time you play and every time you play their game on stream or talk about their game, there are going to be more people who are going to give them money. You aren't some unsung hero from some action movie. Every time you speak, people listen. You aren't a bard. Your words don't carry weight. That's not how the video game biz works. People who carry weight are the ones who actually have big companies. And these guys aren't exactly the biggest company there is, but they have enough money to spare to where they can basically tell you to go to hell. It's their fucking game. And that's just me being nice about it. I mean, there are a lot of harsher words that I could use every time I see the fans bitching about it. It's like, sometimes I just want to say, quit being fucking little bitches and fucking grow the hell up. Like, come on. It's like the furry community. It's rude. That's all most video game communities are. Is that they bitch at the developers until developers finally tell them to go fuck themselves. And then they get all mad and wonder why the developers don't like them. And it's like, I'm not saying the developers don't fucking like everyone. That's not the case. They love their fans because money, money, money. But at a point, you're kind of burning your bridge with them, because then they're like, if we can't make our fans happy, what are we supposed to do? Like, as someone who knows a few video game developers who will straight out say, we're doing good on our video game. Do this and do that if you want to be our beta tester. The thing is that, like, you're choosing to spend your money on the game. At the end of the day, you are making a conscious choice to play. And when you choose to play, they can decide how it goes. Like, I, for the longest time, have wanted, since I heard about being able to reset your animals on here, I, for the longest time, have wanted a reset for council, like you press this button to reset your animals, to reset the population reset for your animals in this game. I've wanted that for a while now because I'm tired of like not getting rares. I hardly ever get rares, even on some of my better favorite maps. Quit barking. Ooh. Big mail. And really, to be honest, what I'm trying to say is that if you're gonna be rude to the developers by saying, "Oh, this is unnecessary," when they, honest to godly, feel like it's necessary, you're not gonna get very far. The problem is, as I've heard from Flinter and all that, they have a list of stuff they want to add, and it's like, yeah, they want to add all that, but are the fans going to be happy? And they worry about if the fans are happy. They do care. So all developers care if you're happy. It's just when you act like a little bitch about it, they tend to get pissed. Like, I mean... like, they tend to... You're not some rogue kung fu master who can really change people's minds. You're just a gamer. That's all you are. And if you choose to pay the money, you choose to pay the money. No harm, no foul to them. They get the money, not you. And with how data transactions work, even if you did request your money back, they don't necessarily have to give you your money back. You're not this SJW son of a bitch who sits there and whines and cries until they get what they want. People won't listen to that, whether you're a video gamer or the boss of a company. And don't you dare tell me, like the person flinches thing, that said, oh, that's not how business works. That's definitely how business works. If your customers piss you off, you can make a damn well dumb decision, basically tell them to go fuck themselves. That's how it works. It's your business and it's your right to tell them to go to hell. You might not get any more customers from it, but then it just proves your point. It really proves the point of the fact that it's your business. And that you're not going to be bullied by some 2-bit people who are making money out of your game. Some kids, as some would say, some kids who are making money out of your game. And it's like, it's not a bad idea to tell your fans once in a while, this is how it's gonna be. Grow the fuck up and get over it. Okay, so if this thing is not a level 5, I'm getting pest. Also, I will be going back to my, what is it called? My trophy lodge here soon, so... I can only guess where Strickland's spot is, so... I actually like getting laying down shots. They're a lot better than Like, whatever. I'm going to my trophy lodge now, because fuck that shit. Because fuck that shit. I'm not grabbing that, especially if I fucked it up. See, in real life, I really wouldn't have a problem, because, well, something that big would be a trophy to lift. But in here, where sport matters, I rightfully don't give a fuck, especially if their horns are big. If their horns are big and I fuck it up, I'm not gonna go get it. It really is disappointing when you fuck up an animal. I think I'll go back. I'm changing the time, so it is beautiful. Oh, that's sweet. Ooh. Shit. Oh, I'm just looking at bully suit kicked on one person. Yeah, Most of these people get fucked hard. Some of these stories, man, some of these stories are fucking great. Minor? Minor. Shit, I'll tell you. Ooh. Oh, I'm loving these stories. Ooh. That's right, the iPhone 6 did have bending problems. Like, I remember when they were first out, they were just a little bit too thin, like just a hair too thin, and people could bend them really easily. Ooh. Okay, what I'm reading is, I didn't witness it, but when I worked at AT&T, a gentleman and his wife came in because his son's iPhone 6 was bent, so they wanted to get him a new phone. How did it get bent? Some turd held the boy up while he was walking home from school, taking his money and his phone. Both his parents were retired police officers. His father was trained in SWAT tactics and hand-to-hand combat. The son went home empty-handed and was initially scared to tell his parents. Because of the theft, the boy told them he knew where he lived and threatened them. His parents eventually got him to tell what happened. The thief was hanging out at the laundromat near their home when the robbery took place. The dad called his cop buddies, who immediately rolled up to the laundromat along with the dad, and they apprehended the guy, who still had the phone in his pocket. It got bent in the scuffle. The dude stole from the wrong kid. The kid was very polite and kind in the store. He seemed pretty shook up and was glad that his dad had his back. Someone just got to school. My first week at a white-collar job, my first such job, and we were in the middle of the department meeting, about 17 coworkers and supervisors all together. The people leading the meeting asked questions of no one in particular, and several of us answered. My answers differed from the rest. One guy turned to me and said, "Let's leave the questions to the people who actually have a master's degree," silently. I looked at him and said, "I have a master's degree." The room went silent except for the guy who I oohed, and I gave him the correct answer to top it off. "Fuck you, nigga!" Oh. He made some milk. I loved that one. I loved that meme when it was around. Yeah, there's nothing here, so what I will do is head back here. A friend of my brother was a big dude, 6'3", and maybe 275. Anyway, I always thought he was awesome, but he had been known to drink and act the fool. One night he comes over with a mouthful of stitches. He's all embarrassed and my brother is busted up. It turns out that he got bumped into in the bar by some... it gets in the guy's face. To hear my brother tell the dude... To hear my brother tell it, the dude was like 5'9" tall, and I guess he tried to talk my buddy down like a champ. But, like I said, drunk jerk. Anyway, this guy had enough eventually and kicked my brother right in the mouth from about a foot away, busted him open, and he did about what you'd expect, wine and blood. It turned out the guy was a champion kickboxer, and this was in the early 90s, when martial arts was a dime a dozen. We felt so bad that he tried to drive my buddy to the ER. The vet guts another animal. My grandpa was a Vietnam vet. A really nice guy. Your kind of typical portly boomer type. Well, one day they're at the mall, they're on the way back to the car, some fat douchebag guy walked along singing a dirty song comprised mostly of profanity. My grandpa told him, "Hey, there are kids around. Watch your mouth." The guy sized up my grandpa, sees that he's kind of old and has a belly, and decides that he's going to prove to his two buddies how tough he is by going up against an old man. He flexes his cut-off sleeve arms and barbed bridal tribal neck tattoo chin out and tries to chest bump my grandpa. My grandpa suddenly, in his perfect punch attack, just rocks this guy in the gut. The frat dude goes down. He's on his knees, winded. My grandpa says, "I said, watch your mouth, boy." And he starts to get up and say, "Screw you." But my grandpa puts a left hook into his face, right punch right under his ear, and the dude goes down, spread eagle out cold. My grandpa steps over him and walks towards his two buddies, who books it. We got in the car, and he made me promise not to tell Mom. Oh, that's funny. That is a funny. I wonder. No, I will not support the official release. Fuck that. Fuck you too. Yeah, no. Okay. Back to what I was reading. What would grandma think? It was like a shopping center. Okay. What would grandma think? It was like a shopping center like thing, popular one in England called Trafford Center. Okay, hang on. Yeah, Trafford Center. The popular England called Trafford Center. There were these two built-up men, obviously bodybuilders, getting quite heated and looking like they were going to throw hands. A small crowd had gathered, and one of them threw a punch. The other one returned with a revenge blow. The security gameman sort of hesitated at the size of these men was triple of the biggest security guard they had. These men. This is when some old woman, maybe in her late 90s, stepped between them and scolded them. It's not really a mess with the wrong person moment, but you're not going to punch a little old woman. That's true. International gamble fail pays off. Back in the 1980s and 80s, I took a commercial tour of Africa. A local cop in the obscure town decided that accusing a group of American tourists of illegal photographing a police station would be a good way to integrate herself with the local commandment. So he arrested us and hauled us off to see the commandant, who was not amused. To save face, he agreed to let us go after we swore we wouldn't sell the pictures of the police station. The American newspaper. It didn't hurt that we, on the tour leader's advice, were loud, demanding, and we called the American ambassador. We learned that things did not go well for the local crowd. The tour organizer was a European who had a best friend with a man considered a national hero in the country. Oh. The organizer had contracted the local company to do logistics for the tour. The local company was owned by a national hero's brother. A local guide who made a call, a national hero who made a call, the commandant, aka the sheriff, which side his head buttered on. I don't get what that means. Hulk smash. When I was on vacation in Sharm el Sheikh, I don't know if I just butchered that, and if I did just butcher that, forgive me. because I don't speak Egyptian, or I don't speak Egyptian, so sorry. And I don't know any of their words or any of that. I know, like, okay, I know a few, but that's just from, like, the few movies I've watched. Is that... Oh my god, that is a big fort! How far away is that? T12. I'm so nervous about fucking this up, okay guys? Really? What is with these flesh wounds today? Why am I only getting flesh wounds? What the hell? Come on. Stupid fucking game. Please. Where you can't, very stupid rule. So, one man from the beach staff tried to take her food from her. She didn't want her food taken from her and tried to rip it out of his hand. So the man hit her in the face so hard that her glass shattered. Unfortunately for the man, the girl's boyfriend noticed the interaction. He was like the Hulk, but not green. He punched the guy so hard he immediately lost consciousness and dropped the sand. After 10 seconds, two of the almost dead guy's friends came in to beat the Russian Hulk with no luck. One had his face smashed into the table, and the other was hit with a Hulk smash in the stomach. Oh, come on. Why is nothing dying when I shoot it today? What the hell? I swear to God, if I get over there and that's a flesh wound, I'm gonna be pissed. Because there's no reason for that to be a flesh wound. I'm getting tired of these fucking flesh wounds. My wife and I were at a punk show in a small venue downtown. It was kind of a weird lineup. There was a glitter punk band, a steel punk band, and an Irish folk punk band playing. Wow, that's weird. What the fuck? Kind of strange music, mix of people. Anyway, we were outside while I was smoking and watched 4 glitter punk kids step out the door and spit right in the face of a slightly overweight Irish guy who was just minding his own business. He shouted something like, "What the heck?" at the glitter punk, and the glitter punk surrounded him. People could see that this was going to be bad, so the crowd had started to step in and whatever. When the guy put up his fist, like a boxer from the 1900s, it looked almost ridiculous. I thought this guy was sure going to have a bad night. Nope. He lashed up and dropped one of the glitter punks with one hit before they closed in on him. One of the three remaining got a solid punch into his face, bloodying his nose. The Irish guy returned the favor with a wicked punch to the stomach. Okay, so it didn't. With a wicked punch to the stomach that dropped the kid to his knees. The remaining two jerks tried to grapple the guy. One of them was thrown through a plate glass window at the venue. The police showed up after questioning people. They arrested the 4 of 1 teens and let the Irish guy go. The venue even let him back despite the broken window. The whole fight lasted 5 or 10 seconds. Kind of slightly overweight guy showed me that it's a bad idea. You can never basically judge a book by its cover. Which is a good lesson for life, is don't ever. That's that. That's that. But then. Okay, shut-da-da-da-da. Let's book by its cover. Every beating is a friend you haven't made yet. It would be like, I would like to preface this with the fact up until this point. I was a jerk and a bully. I was 14 at summer camp. There was this Russian kid who lived there for a year with his family to go to school. Since he was a foreigner, I immediately singled him out and started picking him. This went on for about 2 weeks with me making jokes like the Russian literally. One day he had enough, picked a fight with me, and I thought I would have an easy since I'm almost a foot on this guy. Nope. I go in for a punch, he ducks, grabs my arm, and throws me over into the ground, breaking my arm in the process. I started crying and was taken to the hospital. I went back to camp and was forced to apologize to the kid, and I did. We ended up being friends, telling me that his dad runs a jiu-jitsu gym in St. Petersburg, and is a former Spetsnaz soldier. Fuck, you're lucky you're not dead, kid. Former Spetsnaz soldier. He wasn't the kind to boast. I believed him. So, he told me his dad trained him in jiu-jitsu for most of his life. The day I learned probably shouldn't mess with strangers because you have no idea what they're capable of. And everyone will get their butt kicked at least once in their life. Queen takes all. Okay, hang on. Okay, I'm trying to find. Okay, I was right over there when I. Okay, where are these things' tracks? I killed this thing. Where are its tracks? Okay, I saw it run. Couldn't have run very far. At work I had a chessboard and would play with various people during lunch. None of us were particularly great or anything. It was a fun divert. One day, one of my coworkers came up, an older woman, who was always very sweet and kind, and asked if I wanted to play a game. She destroyed me. Like, it wasn't even a close game. Towards the end, I would make a move. She would just say, "The sweetest one possible. Are you sure you want to make that move?" I'm not sure of anything anymore. That's what I would be like. I'm not sure of anything anymore. She must have been like a chess expert at one point. Okay, there we go. Oh my, I might actually get a good quick kill on this. Probably not. Okay. 27. As an American 14-year-old, I was at Sky Zone, with a recreational place with a lot of trampolines. I was in the dodgeball section, and I told a 20-something man that he was the #1 person on the people to get out list. This man was put on the other team. He was a very athletic man and proceeded to hurl rubber dodgeballs that seemed like the beat of sound. He eliminated my entire team 3 games in a row, saving me for last week's game. Every time he got me alone, he would hit me in the crotch in front of all my friends. I should not have messed with him. You should have said sorry, that's rude. Probably a football player, I'm gonna be honest. Okay. The bouncer... Okay, chomping at the... The bouncer had not started work and was sent by a security agency to cover the shift at Marialtoda, a rough town in Wales. During that night, the head doorman refused entry to a guy for being too drunk, for being involved in an incident in a different nightclub a few weeks from. The drunk guy began to get all up in the head doorman's face and threatened to come back with the boy. This is usually quite an empty threat. Normally, drunk dudes get all angry for a bit and walk away and move on. The guy walked away, and the new bouncer was covering throughout the issue. The 15-man return with 15%, marching down the road like the Green Street or Football Factory. The new bouncer watching these guys approach the head doorman, thinking, shoot, there was going to be a spot of trouble here. He sees the head doorman reach inside his coat pocket. Holy moly. Does he have a weapon or something? Shit, trust it. The head doorman produces a gum shield from his pocket and puts it in his mouth and limbers his neck, knuckles completely silent on the call. The lads approach before shouting, nah, screw that. And they all scattered. The new bouncer asked not to be sent there to cover again. Ooh. You know, if someone pulls out a gum brace in a fight, you're fucked. You really are fucked, because that means they're gonna kill you. They're gonna beat your ass. They gonna beat your buns. Don't bring a gayer to a gunfight. When I was younger, my family would go rafting with a couple of other families. Down a very calm river would often bring some kind of squirt guns, and people would try to fire on people in other ends. Everyone on the river did this, but one time we were floating in a very large group, at least 40 plus people. They had their rafts together, which were all covered in towels. We thought that, oh boy, we should get them. Look at how many people there are. This will be epic. This is 9-year-old midnight. Then we issued the first strike where things went wrong. They shouted, I wouldn't do that. We heard before an opposing mind issue threats to get us not to fire her toy squirt gun. Hence, we continued another round. I really wouldn't do that. These firing ensued, then allowed. You've really done it now. And then this is when I thought I messed with the wrong person. Suddenly, the sound of the generator came across the river, unrevealing the towels. Not only to display, they had a fire hose. What a bunch of fucking cunts! They had a fire hose, and it was it could easily reach the other side of the river. Our entire group was heavily doused in a matter of seconds. Needless to say, the squirt gun game ended very quickly. The straw that broke the biker's patience. Okay. Okay. Not me, but a friend. I was traveling when I was 20. We were in a DACA drum corp in the summer. For the summer, on our way to a show in Pennsylvania, we had stopped at Wendy's Seat. While we were there, a group of bikers, obviously part of a club, came to Wendy's to eat. They sat behind us. My friend decided to hit me with this paper straw. He attempted, and it went past and hit the biker in the back of the head. Oh God. We go dead silent, waiting for a reaction. Nothing. We let out a deep sigh of relief and keep eating. We are heading out the door, and my friends decide to use the bathroom. I wait for him on the bus. A few minutes later, he comes flying out, Wendy's red-faced looking paranoid. Apparently, a biker had met him and courted him and explained, "I'm a nice biker, but I'm going to let you off with a warning, but be aware that many bikers would be kicking your butt right now. Get out of here." That was the end of shooting paper off straw. When I was young, I was in the Navy, and you'd expect, living amongst a group of a couple hundred aggressive young men, I got more than a few scrapes. I was a young man, I was in really great shape, and had exceptionally fast hands, so I acquitted myself quite well and had a reputation as someone you really didn't want to mess with. Another guy on the ship, a friend of mine, was rumored to have been a top-notch college wrestler, almost but not quite good enough to make the Olympic team, that didn't go to Moscow. And yes, I'm old. Anyway, being rather full of myself, I've never seen this guy in any kind of dust-up. I decided to have a go at him. We were fooling around. There was no anger involved, just one young tough guy testing another. I goaded him. After a few times, he showed me what he had. Was poised and well balanced and ready for him. And then I was on my back, looking up the sky. I wasn't hurt. I never saw him move. No time elapsed, only one instant. I was standing in front of him, ready for whatever he did, and then next I was on my back, looking up at the sky. The genius that I was, I figured out. So I got up and tried him again. Once again, I never saw him move. I didn't feel a thing. Just an instant in front of him and ready to go, and the next I'm on my back looking up at the sky. Once again, no time had elapsed. Well, I am less stupid than I am stubborn, so I admitted that he was better than I am, and I was stayed where I was completely. The clouds floated silently overhead. Never before or since have I seen such an utterly. I have been so utterly completely overmatched. Let me say this again, so very clear. I never saw him move twice. I've gone toe to toe with wrestlers before, but nothing I've done prepared me for this guy. I still don't know what the hell he did. All I know is that it was an instant and I was ready to fight, and the next I was on my back. Not hurt, never felt a thing, never saw a thing. I did notice that the I didn't notice the past. It was like I had been teleported to a vertical position from a vertical position to a horizontal one. That was the day I learned the difference between a good athlete and a world-class athlete. So then that means that he... Don't mess with our parade. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set a marker here in the middle of this because I want to go check over here. But, okay. There was a funeral procession on a back road, headed to the cemetery of my uncle's graveside service. This jackwagon is a piece of shit mobile, comes speeding along the road, breaks the line, and decides to pass everyone using the left lane, who's a real jerk and totally disrespectful. Then he overtook the hearse. His day took a downturn. He forced one of the 8 motorcycles escorts off the road. Oh! There were hundreds of police cars following behind this family. My uncle was high-ranked deputy sheriff, and basically every local cop, police officer, state trooper, and deputy came from over 50 countries and were attending this funeral. When his car disappeared in the rearview mirror, he was gently being overtaken and into custody and placed in the back of the deputy's cruiser by several officers, aka go fuck yourself, you fucking douche-mobile driving son of a bitch. Oh my god, greatest thing ever. One night, my dad had his garage broken into by some kids. We were, and they're working on some designs for the ducts of a house being built. When some kid knocked on the door to the garage, we go out to help one kid, whom we assume was alone on the side. And on the other side of the house from our detached garage goes around to get his set to help out and find a different kid walking out with a 40-ounce bottle of booze. Booze. This kid was laid out flat pretty quickly. I heard the interaction and shuffled my way over, bending the kid on the side of the house facing the big street. We were on the corner. I see the kid out cold on the ground in front of the garage door with the bottle and I know something's up. I go back around to the house to see if they were connected, and the kid had taken off down the street on the bike where we had just fixed the brakes. Knowing that kid number 1 was gone and figured that there was 2 at this point, Dad headed into the house again, the detached garage, but not far, and finds yet another kid fumbling around in the bedroom where his keys were. He comes back out in the house and tells me to make sure they don't go away. Both of them are out cold at this point. He chased off the kid down the street. He ended up chasing the kid in his van down the street near the hardware store and bumps his tire and kills his balance and knocks him to the ground. The parking lot. I would say that was a night of violent justice. Dad went from normal dad to Batman. An FIB body, an IFBB pro bodybuilder was at the nightclub hanging out, and a fight broke out. An angry large man, probably on the event, and over 6 feet, tried to shove him into commission. I watched the man pick up the guy like Simba, carry him out on the street, and chuck him into the sidewalk like he was cold cabbage. Shit! Beware of the black parents. Oh God. I was on vacation a few years ago, and one day I see a man running away from some lady chasing him. Suddenly, 3 guys appear out of nowhere, and one of them punches the man in the face. I still remember the sound of that punch. I still remember the sound. One of the man started calling the police, and the 2 others were making sure the man doesn't get up. Later I found out the man was a child molester, and he was asking weird questions to the children of the lady who was later chasing him. Weird. Knight in crotch-kicking armor. Okay, there we go. How many more are there? I really hope there aren't too many more, because I'm actually enjoying reading these guys. So... I was in a bar in Missouri. It had a nice mix of customers with various backgrounds. College students, city dwellers, country folk, etc. There was a group of white, preppy, 20-something guys acting douchey, basically. The king of the douches marches up to the bar and tries to flirt with the bartender. She smiles and listens to him, but doesn't really care. He keeps spewing stupid pickup lines like, while he's trying to hang out next to him, this black guy drinking a Cosmo. After the last bit, thin black guy to drink. After the last bit, the thin black guy says, she really doesn't fly. She really doesn't give a flying darn about your pickup lines. She's just doing her job. The king of the usually doesn't like it and starts talking smack to the black guy. Very immature, stupid stuff like the black guy keeps his cool. Sipping his Cosmo, the king usually calls him gay slur for drinking a Cosmo, and continues on the homophobic rap. The black guy finishes his drink and turns to the king of douchebag and says, "What you gonna do, F-A?" The thin black guy kicks him in the crotch as he bends down to respond to his son. The black guy uppercuts him in the throat, and the king of the douchebag falls and tries to comprehend what's going on. His friends come up behind him. The black guy kicks the king douche into his friends. The bartender tells the block of douchebags to get the hell out to help the king douchebag to his feet, and the thin black guy goes up to the bar and pays for his drink. The bartender says, thank you, Marcus. Marcus replies, no problem. See you later. Then he walks up to his car and drove off. And that's the last time I saw Marcus. Marcus done kicked you in the nuts there, boy. Okay, my dad, the one finger discount. My mom told me this story about my dad, about when they were young, newly married. I didn't think adults could necessarily get away with this in America. Get away with this in American helicopter parent culture these days. But this happened in the late 70s. My dad was a restaurant manager and had to fire a high school kid. He lived in the same neighborhood as the parents would often see my dad and his friend driving to school. They would flip my dad off and yell at him. One day my dad got sick of it all, drove to their school, found them trying to park, used his car to block them, got out and went up to the kid's car window, told him, if you ever flip me off again, I'm going to rip your finger off and shove it up your butt. The kid stopped flipping him off. You should have just paid the troll toll. Most of this I learned secondhand as it occurred. When I was younger, my dad bought some oil field royalties. Percentage of the ownership of what was produced, which came in the check of amounts of a few $100. Well, as time goes on, the checks began to dwindle and then stop. At this point, he began to look into the company operating the Oracle and receive a significant less. And at this point, he would just give them. At this point, they should just give him the check, because he proceeded to look into the company and peel back the metric ton of fraud in it. Over the course of 7-year litigation case, my dad figured out exactly how they were committing fraud. After working with a few lawyer friends, hit them with the slap of God in court, which removed their operator's license for the oil wells promptly and went out of business. He ruined a $50 million company because they tried to screw him out of a few $100 a month. Shit. Don't mess with the hands of fate. Okay. We had a vendor who showed up once a week and was a bit of a hand masher. Like, crush your knuckles with a handshake. The boss had just hired a douchey-looking middle-aged guy from the sales department and told him to be wary of the vendor's head. A few days later, the vendor show up, puts his hand out for the shake with a big smile, and goes in for the kill. Oh god, is there a bear over there? Oh, hello, Mrs. Bear. Big smile and goes in for the kill. At first everyone smiled. The new guy looked at him in the eye while pumping his hand furiously, then stopped. The smile melts off the vendor's face, and he had a pained look on his face, his lips together. The vendor yelped along, "Yeah!" and dropped the new guy's hand like it was lava. Pulled the new guy aside and asked how he did that. 10 years I drove truck. It must have changed 1,000 flat tires with just hand tools. Nobody crushes my hand. Mom's silent but deadly. Oh shit. Is that a bear? That is a bear. And I can get that. Not the biggest bear, but I got a bear. Seventh grade science class. The bully said something about the quiet kid's mother. The quiet kid's mom was dead. The quiet kid apparently studied boxing. Who knew? What did you say about my mom? Wham! What did you say about my mom? Wham! The bully was shocked, but did nothing but took 2 straight faces. But I don't think the kid got in trouble, as it happened before the teacher came in. Cool. The grandfather of all downs. Is that it? That's it. Thank God. Grandfather of all legions. I was on a road trip with my grandpa. He was a truck driver. We had stopped for a night at the truck stop. We do our normal thing, showering, eating, playing a game or two, then sleeping. If you didn't know, truck stops have separate rooms and showers. I got in the shower and was waiting outside for my grandpa to finish his. I go look at the glass figurines at the shops. And shops have, and was just about 5 feet from the shower. Next thing I know, a man grabs my arm and starts dragging me to the door. It was about 10 at the time. I looked about 6, 7, obviously, and I don't know who this man was. I was crying loudly, grabbed onto something to stop him. Thankfully, my grandpa walked out at that moment, heard me screaming, bloody murder, ran towards us. I've never seen a man run before. That man run before. The man the guy dragged me, was yelling at him. "This is my daughter, I promise, don't worry." The man flew to the ground so fast my grandpa's hand was bloody, blood sprayed, then hit him. Hand was bloody. Blood sprayed when he was hit. The man looked at him, yelled, I was his daughter. My grandpa said, "I'm the grandmother. Care to try again?" I'm her grandfather, Judge right now. He got close. The cops came as my grandfather was straddling him and was about to beat the workers at the store backed up my grandpa. Showed the security guards. There was even a bruise on my arm. If my grandpa hadn't been in the shower, who knows where I'd be or what would have happened to me. 41. It happened between high school. It happened between my high school boyfriend and my older brother. My freshman year in high school, I met Scott. He was a little on the weird side, a scene kid, but he was nice enough. Until the day he decided to hit me. I said something that he didn't agree with. In retaliation, he slapped the bejesus out of me. If there was an award for best slap, Scotty won. My head snapped back, saliva through my mouth, and tears formed in my eye. He had been in the car, sitting in traffic behind some accident or something. He kicked me out of the car and made me walk home. I sat down on the side of the road, called my brother because I wasn't ready to deal with my mother's reaction. My brother showed up in his Jeep, and held up traffic on a Friday afternoon, making sure that I was okay. He had even stopped at the store and bought me a bag of frozen food for my Jeep. He drove up to the car. The car was dead silent. My brother had a steely face, white knuckled, gripping the wheel with pure anger in his eye. He drove past the road and kept going. He pulled into Scotty's yard, stormed up to the door. I stayed in the car. Scotty came out 5'7". My brother is 6'3". My brother grabbed him by the shirt, lifted him a foot off the ground. I didn't hear what was said. All I know is my brother had never hit the kid, and whatever he said to him made Scotty pale and shaky. My brother laid him down on the front porch, came back, got in the Jeep, and wrecked that boy's front yard, tore it the hell up. Scotty's dad was one of those guys who won a reward for his yard. Scotty had to explain to his dad why his yard was so. His parents called to apologize for his son's behavior. We never heard a word from Scotty. Below the belt. There was a bully in my high school who liked to pants other guys. His goal was to usually get the pants and the boxers, leaving the victim's genitals blowing in the breeze. After gym, the bully decided to target. His target was a guy named Dan. Dan was a brilliant yet awkward guy. On the spectrum, the guy was tall and gangly. The guy was an easy target. However, Dan had a secret. He was a black belt in jiu-jitsu and was fully capable of absolutely messing stuff up. I think you see where this is going. Anyway, the bully struts up to Dan, yanks his shorts down, the shorts, the boxers, everything. Dan is left there fully displayed for the whole class to laugh at him. Dan calmly steps out of his shorts, puts the bully into some crazy hold in the bully, and once the bully got, he flipped him over on his back into the bleachers. The gym teacher saw the whole thing. The bully suffered a broken leg and missed out on the entire year that was suspended. Dan received a warning for breaking the leg of the classmate. Dan fucked up! Why do I follow True Lemon? By the way, guys, one of my new favorite animes is Black Clover. Yeah, you done fucked up, bitch. Okay. How long have I been doing this? 2 hours. Okay, now, back to gameplay. I'm probably hardly going to get any views on this video because people aren't going to watch the reading part that I had. And that was all 42 stories that were there. Cute. Let's bear over there. Quit murphing at me! You fucking douche. Oh, fuck it. Okay. No, I'm changing. For hunger! This means that this is a big floor. Let's see. Probably close to a big floor. Hang on, I'm trying to work into the team there. More before I get there. Four, five, 454. Okay. Gear change. Nope, guys. I am buying when the new pack comes out. I am buying the new, I am buying the new pack, so I really don't care what, like, some of the filter says. I'm gonna buy it because it actually looks good. I won't use half the stuff in it, but, you know. Need a few more drops to get around. Now, after this, I'm gonna do a video, so if you guys want to show, don't, I'm gonna end this soon and I have to go do a video, so I will be doing that, so bye, or not bye just yet, we'll check over here and then open the video. One of my favorite things to do on here is hide in trees and So it's behind me over there? That's behind me. Help me away from it. See, I put tents up like this so I can quickly go from place to place. So that's what I do. It helps. I hit the thing wrong. guys, I'm gonna end this, and I'm gonna go get something to eat and record.